like every time we get one, it gets better. So
right. JP, you have a question for Brett?
I do have a quick question, or both of any one of you. As far as this property you just mentioned, are the people that were living? You said they're moving out. You guys find tenants to come in to that property?
No, they're tenants themselves. They foreclosed on their own property some months back, and then they moved into another property in the same area right across the street where the landlord foreclosed on them. Now, this is the third time that the landlord is foreclosing. So, I mean, when I go, and I love occupied properties, and I don't like letting the cat out of the bag with a lot of people that are listening, because a lot of people stay away from occupied, but I happen to love them. We've had some fantastic experiences and success stories with picking up occupied, because I'm usually the one that just goes there myself. I meet with the people, very empathetic toward them, because it's a tough situation. It's not a lot of fun to do this. But these folks, I mean, very, very nice, and moving out right away with no issues. Leave the place in broom swept condition, and we'll take it over, rehab it a bit, put some new carpet in, clean it up, some paint. Because after all, I mean, all the major stuff in there, the cabinets, the granite tops, the marble, it's all there.
Yeah, you're talking about 2,900 square feet for $127,000. And I guess, Brent, is it Brent or Brett? Brett,
yeah.
Since I have you on the phone, I mean, if you're a real estate professional, you did mention that, the real estate market has changed, and a lot of agents are out there struggling, trying to figure out, where the next transaction is going to come from. And I just want to, again, remind, the reason I'm here is to let you know there's untapped dollars in the retirement plan industry. There's $4.3 trillion within IRAs today. Less than 1% of that money is invested in alternative assets. So all of you agents out there, the way you can get your business going again is when you talk about $127,000, purchase that you're doing here with Jason. There is plenty of Americans out there that have money in their IRAs, and you can help them purchase that $127 property with their IRA and earn those commissions. And of course, whether you're doing a fix and flip or you're renting it out for cash flow, you may find a husband and wife team. They can partner their IRAs to buy properties like this. So there's just a lot of untapped money out there that most agents, they had no idea. They can go to their current client list, or if they're doing, active marketing, they're just not asking, this is where the money's at. When you're talking to people, the money that they're actually willing to invest and take some risk on is in these accounts. It's so make sure you're asking your clients, Brett, that do you have an IRA? Can I help you? And help them understand that you can help them get into these properties on a tax-free basis. Short-term capital gains, long-term capital gains, those all go away within those IRAs. So again, for a lot of people, this is a wonderful way to get those nest eggs back up to the levels that they were at a couple years back.
Right. No, makes great sense.
So Brett's done pretty well so far. Now, Brett, when it comes to comping, I want to get back to kind of the Arizona Investment Link thing, and then we'll talk to JP in a minute about the benefits of doing self-directed IRAs. But what I know you comp all the properties that we send over to you, and we have pre-comped as well. I mean, how close are we, in your opinion, on these comps?
Right. That's one thing I noticed about Jason and his team is before I met Jason and the team, I was working with a couple other companies out there, and what I noticed was their list that they were sending over were somewhat higher than what the actual value was. So one thing that they do is they're very conservative on their numbers, which obviously puts more work for them because, they're looking out for their clients' best interests, but at the same time, their numbers are very conservative and realistic. So I will admit, I'm obviously being a realtor, I do check their numbers, but they are right on. And so
yeah, and let me explain, Brett. The reason why some of these other bidding companies do that is because another $3,000 or $4,000 higher on a maximum bid when you go to the auction makes a world of difference when it comes to them acquiring the property for a client. But at the end of the day, and there could be several people listening to this show right now that have fallen into this pitfall to where you pay a little bit too much for a home. All of a sudden you're taking it in the shorts, or you can't sell the property at all. It just takes you right out of the game. I mean, the object of it is there are plenty of properties to go around. You don't get anxious and overpay for a property. There's just no need for that. You just do your due diligence. If you're doing it on your own, it's a full-time job and a half. I mean, we have well over 20 people that make it happen at Arizona Investment Link, and it shows, Brett. I mean, you've seen us how we do it.
Definitely.
So that's awesome. Thanks for calling into the show, and thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I could get back to work, but I will catch up with you guys in the next couple of days.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Brett.
All right, you guys take care.
1 minute left in the segment, JP. Why don't you give some of your info, how to get a hold of you, and in the next segment, we're going to get into the advantages.
Absolutely. Listeners can can go on the website. Of course, it's entrustarizona.com. That's ENTRUST, Arizona spelled out, .com. We have all of our workshop information there. You go to discover your alternatives. We have over 25 to 30 workshops a month out inside of our knowledge center there that we teach. They're all free. You just have to go in there and RSVP. We have this specific topic, how to buy properties at auction. We have fix and flip strategy classes. We have how to buy foreclosures, REO pools, how to buy gold, how to become a private lender. We have a class, for example, next week on my show. We're going to be talking to one of our faculty members talking about private lending. So a lot of things you can do. 480-306-8404 if they want to call.
Good. When we come back, more of the Real Estate Power Hour. What are some of the tax benefits of having a self-directed IRA plan with JP Dada? Stay tuned for more Real Estate Power Hour.
KFNN brings you the latest with this information update. KFNN News Time is 1:30.
Arizona Investment Link is a proven real estate powerhouse specializing in foreclosure auction bidding services. There are several companies in the valley that provide bidding services, but you will be hard-pressed to find a company that offers a seamless investment process from start to finish. Arizona Investment Link provides each investor with a list of homes available at auction and a breakdown of all costs associated with buying that home through close of escrow. That's title status, back taxes, selling title fees, and whether or not you'll be bidding on a first lien position. AIL provides full rehab service, which is really what they are known for. Rehabbing a property is literally a full-time job for the do-it-yourself investor. Their rehabs take typically no more than a week to complete. That's right, 1 week. Then it's on to the marketing and selling of the property. Time is money, and money is time. Contact the AIL team today, 602-369-4663. That's 602-369-4663. Or for more information or a list of current properties for sale, visit ArizonaInvestmentLink.com.
It's all about money. And Bill Tatro lays it out for you every afternoon at 2. It's a different kind of show you'll enjoy on 1510 KFNN.
Attention. After listening to this radio announcement by Strategic Futures Trading, you can no longer honestly say there are no investments worth investing in. Their commodity trading advisor had another performance in 2008 worth bragging about, with positive returns of 7.09% for the commodity fund and 31.88% for the equity hedge fund. Yes, you heard it right. Positive returns for both funds in 2008 and 2007. And as a matter of fact, their CTA's managed funds have stood the test of time since 1992. Over the past 27 years, managed futures have outperformed almost every other asset class, including high-performing S&P 500 total returns. Don't continue to accept underperforming investments and double-digit losses as a sign of the times. You deserve to have an investment worth bragging about. Call Scott Hickman today at 623-224-9466 and get a copy of the 16-year track record they love to brag about. This track record of